This document was signed in the office of Sifuna. Yes, the ruling president is Raila. What they didn't want to confront Ruto directly.
Bethel Clouds TV, empowering lives.
With what is the state of the nation at the moment, ukiangalia what the president is doing, what Raila Odinga's experts are doing. Recently, Sifuna was so vocal in the Senate, akisema the broad-based government does not exist. What's happening?
This thing, when I told you that Ruto will not be in power by the month of April, some people, they want to dispute that, say that it didn't happen. But if you look critically, who is ruling the nation? Is it Ruto or Raila? It is Raila controlling everything. He has his cabinet inside, he has his men inside, and also the Uhuru people are inside. We have Mutahi Kagwe, we have Kafogo, we have Lee, we have the other guys from ODM, that is the treasury guy, Bandi, and many other who are in the system. They have taken prime ministries. Look here, Mutahi Kagwe is the minister for
Agriculture.
Kapogo is minister for ICT. And Lee
Kinyanjui, is it public?
Something like public service. He's the one who's running the public service. Then go to the other guys from ODM. We have
Treasury, Energy. Yeah. So
they have taken utility.
And the blue economy.
They have taken the utility ministries. Who is in control? Is it Ruto or Raila? When you need a budget, who does it?
Badi.
Who is that? You saw the other day, Raila was visited by Chinese ambassador, who flanked Raila in that meeting, in a private office. It is Badi, the minister who is supposed to be with the president. He chose to be with a normal citizen of the country, just an ordinary citizen of the country. Then they went to the private office to do a governmental assignment, accompanied by a minister. Meaning, this minister is loyal to this gentleman than the one who purports to employ.
Senator Sifuna.
Speaker, let me first begin by saying this thing called broad-based, I don't know where it exists. Personally, I don't recognize any entity called called broad-based. There is a government of Kenya Kwanza under the leadership of President William Ruto. Every cabinet secretary who serves in that government serves the Kenya Kwanza government. And I want to join what Senator Khalwale has said. Some of these individuals who joined government recently think they are there to represent their ethnic communities. That every time a cabinet secretary stands up, he tells you how much the Ministry of Energy has allocated to power projects in Nyanza. So the rest of us lawyers are sitting there wondering, Allah, so who is going to speak about the projects in Bungoma? Who is going to speak about the projects? Honorable Speaker, I have said on this floor that as a Senate, as a Parliament, it is the responsibility of all of us, irrespective of our political parties, to oversight the national governments and the county governments. Honorable Speaker, if there is a problem with a CS, that CS must account to Parliament as an institution, not even to their political parties or this thing monster they are calling broad-based. It doesn't exist in my view. So, Honorable Speaker, yesterday I saw at night, just before the game between Inter Milan and Barcelona began, I saw the CS of Treasury on Citizen TV. He has time to appear before Citizen TV, but he has no time to appear before this house. I refused to watch that interview and switch to the football match because I was expecting him here. The conversations that are important to me from that CS are the ones that happen here. Speaker, we have said, when I used to be in the SBC, that the CSs must write in good time to tell the House that they will not be showing up. If a CS insists on writing on the day before, that is absolute contempt. And they must be called out. Honorable Khalwale, trust me, for as long as I remain the senator of Nairobi, for as long as I remain a senator in this house, and the oath that I took there on the first day that I came to this house, there is not going to be a minister that we are going to, protect or babysit or cover up. It doesn't matter whether they come from ODM or from wherever. They are there to serve the public, and we will call them out, Honorable Speaker, as we have always done. So, Honorable John Badi, I will call him by his name, must know that as a house we are unhappy that he has time to attend rallies where he explains how much money Luos are going to get from this government, and he has time to go to Citizen TV to tell us lies about economic growth. When you read the newspapers today, data from the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, Honorable Speaker, is saying that the economy has done the worst since COVID, that we have lost jobs, that salaries and wages have shrunk because of the taxation that has been imposed by this government. Then you go on Citizen pontificating there about the work that you are doing. Honorable Speaker, we will call out these cabinet secretaries without fear. Mimi siogopi mutu. We will say these things publicly because that is what we swore to do. Honorable Speaker, that CS, in fact, you need to confirm to this House if since he was sworn in as CS, he has ever appeared here. I have never seen him here. I have never seen him here. Where? Yeah. So, Honorable Speaker, this is an issue that we as a leadership in the Senate have to call out, and we have to insist that we have to do our oversight as senators, regardless of whatever monster people think exists in this country called broad-based. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Mungatana.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, when a minister doesn't turn up, it is fair for us to actually have access to that letter. I overheard a conversation that even the letter that was written was addressed to a committee. It was not supposed to be the plenary. So it seems like the minister is not even aware that he was supposed to be in plenary this morning, Mr. Speaker.
Just for clarity,
yes,
Honorable Mungatana.
Yes.
The letter is addressed to the clerk.
Yes.
The reference is the 3 questions that are supposed to be responded to this question. So indeed, the CS was aware that I was supposed to appear this morning for purposes of appearing before the plenary, but he chose not to appear, giving the reason as an engagement in other official duties.
Yes. So, Mr. Speaker, let me take...
Are you getting me now? Therefore, what is happening for many people thought that I would have expected that Ruto to go home, Ruto to be removed. Yes, it is a strategic move. That is why, see, I told you, Ali, Junet Mohammed were for the handshake, for the document that was signed. But Sifuna was against, and is still against, the document. But where was the document signed? In whose office? This document was signed in the office of Sifuna. Yes, go get your record straight. The drafters, it was drafted in the office of Sifuna, then taken down there at the KICC for the signing. The drafter is Sifuna and Hassan Omar, the one who drafted. But since the drafting, even before the drafting, after the drafting, and after the signing, still this guy, the drafter, is still fighting it. Are you seeing some logics there? Then the Junet, who was for, they went mute. They left the other team, the lieutenants, now Kina Orengo, Kina Sifuna, to do the jargon. Continue fighting, disorganize these people completely until they are completely worn out. What they didn't want to confront Ruto directly by getting maandamano here because they were hurting people, because they were hurting the economy, and they just changed the Machiavellian style of movement. Raila got inside, that was an agreement. Before Raila came to sign this document, they met with Uhuru in Malindi.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember? And then Uhuru was given an assignment, you be outside, wacha niingie ndani. Then once Raila got inside, he has made sure that Ruto is not making a single move. It's now no development. What Ruto is fighting, if he is not in Narok trying to quell something, he is in Luoland trying to speak about a story and then hit by a shoe. Are you getting me? So you see the vulnerability of the Ruto government, the Ruto system. They are firefighting. They were even sent now, they were organized, well organized, to go to Central and they tried to quench. And the Central, it was like, you see how the patterns in Central, they were three. The pattern of Nyandarua was not the pattern of Muranga, and the pattern of Muranga was not the pattern of what? Mount Kenya East.
Yeah.
There were 4 different patterns. The patterns of the Embu people, the Meru people were the same. The pattern of Nyeri was a different one. And the pattern of Nyandarua Muranga was a different one. When they went to Muranga, there were no much scuffles. But when they went to Nyandarua, it was volatile. When they went to Nyeri, the same thing, volatile, happened. They went to Meru, one part they were accepted, one part they were not respected. Why? It was a strategic move. There were people who were dispatched before this Ruto came in, and people were told to eat the money because money was there. A lot of money was spent. And the people were told to go and eat. Don't spare this man. Eat, because it will be eaten anyway by somebody. So the whole scenario from the ground, they discovered it was a hoodwink. And even the person they really thought that was with them was Wamatangi. When they came to discover Wamatangi was not even with them, he mobilized people to come and eat money. They had to lock him in. Because that was the greatest betrayal.
And graft charges.
Yes, the graft charges. They locked him because the money that was kept in the house was part of the money that was given to go and distribute. So they were going for their money. So that is a scenario that Raila is doing. Raila's assignment is to make sure Ruto does not sit down to plan. And they did it from inside. Because they all came, the panelists, the experts in their camp, because it is no longer the Raila Uhuru doing the planning part. The planning part is not organized from Kenya. The planning part is organized from New York. The people who are running the show, they have even, you remember the other day, Matiang contracted a company, a PR company,
I remember,
to make him, to run him. Who paid for the entire project? It was paid, but it's a project. Money has been placed somewhere. This is the money that you're going to use. We know this. They know. Who knows that Raila is deep-pocketed, and the Uhuru, they have money, and the Mois, they have money. So Ruto knows, even if he says that he's gonna use money to buy people, these are the guys, they have money to buy people. So that one is well known. So what they didn't go for jargonism of doing those combatant politics, but inside destructive politics, destroying the house from inside, while Uhuru organizing the other house from outside. That is why say Jubilee was moving to Kisii, Jubilee was moving on, it's these Kioni people and the organization. Also there is a party coming for Matiang'i. It will be having either a motorbike as a symbol or an umbrella as a symbol. That's what they'll be using, something that can touch, because Ruto came with a wheelbarrow. They're going to come up with something similar, either a bridge
That the poor can relate to.
that a poor, because the same script, ile ya Ruto, the same script of attracting the poor, that is what they are going to come with. And then these parties were going to come together. The Wamunyoros, the Karonsos, then they are going to sit on a round table meeting, then subdivide themselves among themselves, who's to become this, who to become this, where utakuwa hii, utakuwa. Then once they do that, they will come with their money and they create a euphoric, and then we'll have a Kibaki moment. Matiang'i tosha.
Now, before tufika hapo kwa story ya Matiang'i and all this panel, do you feel that the broad-based, the MOU will reach 2027
No,
while intact?
the MOU purpose ended with the signing. It ended with the signing because they wanted just Ruto afungue mlango. The knocking ended. The MOU was the knocking. They were knocking the door. Once the door was opened from inside, that was the end of the MOU. That's the
So
time
their main agenda was to infiltrate Ruto's camp
to get into the
and
camp.
start eating his camp from inside.
Yeah, and they have destroyed it completely. Ruto is not existing. Whoever that says Ruto is the president, that's ceremonial. Do you remember the proverbial thing that is Joseph and the king? When he interpreted the king said, had it not for the protocols, I could even given you my seat. Had it not for the protocols, because now you cannot unseat the current president. The ruling president is Raila.
Bethel Clouds TV, empowering lives.